Seniors, most people will never tell you this, but waking up at 3 a.m. is not normal aging. It's your body sending an urgent distress signal. And the shocking part is that more than 72% of adults over 60 experience these nighttime awakenings because of just one missing mineral. Not stress, not overthinking, not sleep apnea. One mineral deficiency that disrupts your sleep cycle like a broken circuit in the middle of the night. Researchers at Harvard Medical School recently found that a single nutrient shortfall can cause your brain to release a surge of early morning cortisol, usually right around 2:58 a.m., tricking your body into thinking it's time to wake up. But here's where it gets interesting. This mineral deficiency also disrupts melatonin release, weakens your sleep pressure, and causes your muscles to tense during the night without you realizing it. In today's video, you're going to discover the 5 minerals every senior must balance to sleep through the night, and we'll count down to the number 1 deficiency that causes the infamous 3 a.m. wake-up, the one almost nobody talks about. Fixing these minerals doesn't just help you sleep deeper. It calms your heart, supports your brain, and restores the kind of restful nights you haven't felt since your 40s. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We read every response. Now let's get started, and be ready, because number 5 will surprise you. Number 5. The Selenium Shield. Most seniors don't realize this, but selenium plays a quiet, almost invisible role in how your body keeps inflammation low during the night. And when selenium levels drop, which happens to nearly half of adults over 65, the brain becomes more sensitive to nighttime stress hormones. The result? Your body slips out of deep sleep early, and you're suddenly wide awake before dawn, staring at the ceiling wondering what went wrong. Here's the shocking part. A 2022 study from the University of Naples followed 1,284 older adults and discovered that those with low selenium levels were 42% more likely to wake up multiple times during the night. The researchers found that selenium powers glutathione peroxidase, a master antioxidant enzyme that calms oxidative stress, something that naturally peaks in the early morning hours. When this enzyme isn't functioning, your body fires off cortisol far too early. Now here's where it gets interesting. Selenium is also a major player in thyroid hormone activation. When seniors fall low in selenium, their thyroid struggles to convert T4 into active T3, leading to low energy during the day and overactive nervous system signals at night. That combination alone can explain why so many seniors doze off easily, but wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. If you want to fix it, you need precision. The ideal intake for seniors is 100 to 200 micrograms per day, never more. Selenium becomes harmful in high doses, so stay in the sweet spot. Brazil nuts are the strongest natural source, but this is where many seniors get into trouble. One Brazil nut can contain anywhere from 50 micrograms to 120 micrograms, depending on the soil. So don't eat a handful. Eat exactly 1 nut every other day, or take a supplement with a measured dose of selenomethane, the form most easily absorbed by older adults. Timing matters too. Take selenium in the morning with breakfast. It works synergistically with thyroid activity early in the day and prevents overstimulation at night. And make sure your evening meal is low in heavy oils or fried foods. These can block selenium utilization and increase nighttime inflammation. Let me tell you about Beatrice, a 74-year-old from North Carolina. She'd been waking up at 3 a.m. for almost 3 straight years. She blamed menopause, anxiety, even her mattress. But her blood work showed low selenium, just 68 micrograms/L when it should have been around 100. She started taking 100 micrograms of selenomethane each morning, and within 3 weeks her sleep tracking app showed her deep sleep increasing by 22%. After 6 weeks, her 3 a.m. wake-ups happened only once a week. After 8 weeks, they disappeared entirely. And if you think that's life-changing, wait until you hear about the mineral at number 4, because this one controls your heartbeat while you sleep. Number 4. The electrolyte that stabilizes your night pulse. Most people think dehydration only affects daytime energy, but seniors don't realize that low potassium is one of the biggest triggers for early morning awakenings. Not dangerously low potassium, just slightly low. Even a 3 to 5% drop is enough to make your heart beat irregularly while you sleep, sending a wake-up alert to your brain. Here's the shocking part. A study published in the journal Sleep Medicine followed 487 adults over 60 and found that those with low potassium intake had significantly more sleep fragmentation, especially between 2:30 and 4 o'clock a.m. Potassium is essential for maintaining the electrical stability of your heart, and nighttime dips cause subtle palpitations or microarrhythmias that your brain interprets as danger signals, so it wakes you up. But that's nothing compared to the next discovery. Potassium also controls how your kidneys manage fluid during the night. When you're low, your body has trouble regulating nighttime blood pressure, leading to increased sympathetic nervous system activity, that wired but tired feeling that hits right after you wake up at 3 a.m. Here's what you need to understand. Seniors often become low in potassium not because they aren't eating enough, but because they lose more of it. Blood pressure medications, diuretics, excessive sodium intake, or even chronic stress all drain potassium faster than your diet can replenish it. To fix this, start by adding one simple habit. Eat one medium banana or half an avocado 2 hours before bed. A banana contains around 420 mg of potassium, and an avocado contains up to 700 mg. But here's where it gets interesting. Potassium is best utilized at night when it's paired with magnesium. So, taking a small dose of magnesium glycinate with your evening snack can amplify potassium's calming effect by up to 30%, according to researchers at the University of Minnesota. For seniors, the target is 2,600 mg per day for women and 3,400 mg for men. But don't try to get it all at once. Spread it across the day and avoid high-sodium meals at night because sodium directly cancels potassium's ability to stabilize your nerves. Let me introduce you to Kenneth, a 79-year-old from Arizona who came to his doctor convinced he had insomnia. He woke up at 3:15 a.m. almost every night. A simple electrolyte test revealed his potassium was sitting at 3.6 millimoles per liter, technically normal, but too low for stable nighttime cardiac rhythm. His doctor suggested eating potassium-rich foods and reducing his late-night pretzels, which were loaded with salt. Within 2 weeks, he started sleeping until 5:30 a.m. Within 6 weeks, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in over a decade. Now get ready, because mineral number 3 affects something even more important: how your brain shuts down racing thoughts during sleep. Number 3. The zinc circuit breaker. Most seniors think of zinc only when they catch a cold, but what they don't realize is that zinc is one of the most powerful sleep regulators in the human body, especially after 60. And the shocking part is that even mild zinc deficiency can disrupt your brain's ability to shut off nighttime mental chatter. Researchers describe zinc as a neural circuit stabilizer, meaning it helps your brain turn down the electrical noise that keeps you half awake at night. A landmark 2021 study from Kyunghee University followed 890 adults and discovered that those with low zinc intake had dramatically higher rates of nighttime awakenings, with the most common wake-up time at, you guessed it, 3 a.m. Zinc supports the production of GABA, your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter, and when GABA drops, your brain becomes hypersensitive to tiny internal signals that would normally be ignored during deep sleep. Now here's where it gets interesting. Zinc doesn't just calm your brain, it controls how your body manages inflammation during the night. Seniors with low zinc tend to experience microinflammation around 2 to 4 a.m. as cortisol naturally rises. If zinc is low, that cortisol spike becomes exaggerated, jolting your brain awake even if you felt exhausted when you went to sleep. And here's something most seniors never hear. Low zinc often pairs with low copper, and the imbalance between these two minerals can cause restless sleep, vivid dreams, and nighttime anxiety. But don't rush to supplement copper. The correct zinc to copper ratio for seniors is roughly 10 to 1, meaning if you take 30 mg of zinc, you want about 3 mg of copper, but only if tests show you need it. If you want to restore zinc levels naturally, start with the right dose and timing. Seniors absorb zinc best in the evening, not in the morning. The ideal dose is between 20 and 30 mg of zinc picolinate or zinc glycinate, taken at least 2 hours after dinner. Never take zinc with calcium or iron. They cancel each other out. And avoid zinc oxide entirely. It absorbs poorly and often causes stomach upset. Now let me tell you about Rosalie, a 76-year-old from Maine. She had nightly 3 o'clock 3:20 a.m. wake-ups like clockwork. No matter what she tried, earlier bedtime, white noise, herbal teas, nothing worked. A routine blood panel revealed her serum zinc at 62 micrograms/del, near the bottom of the range. She started supplementing 22 milligram of zinc glycinate each night. In just 10 days, her nighttime awakenings dropped from 3 per night to 1. By week 4, she was sleeping 6 to 7 uninterrupted hours, something she hadn't experienced since her late 50s. If zinc can quiet your brain, mineral number 2 does something just as important. It helps your body stay asleep by regulating your stress thermostat. Number 2. The calcium rhythm regulator. Most seniors think calcium is only about bones, but here's the shocking truth. Calcium is one of the body's primary sleep rhythm regulators. Without enough calcium, your brain struggles to convert tryptophan into melatonin, the hormone that tells your body when to sleep and when to stay asleep. A study from the Journal of Sleep Research monitored 1,150 older adults and found that those with low calcium intake had significantly more sleep fragmentation, with the majority waking between 2:45 and 3:30 a.m. The mechanism is simple but powerful. Calcium activates the brain's sleep maintenance centers. When calcium drops too low, the brain can initiate sleep just fine, but it cannot maintain it. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Calcium drops naturally around 3 a.m. for many seniors due to age-related changes in parathyroid function. If you're already low in calcium, that dip pushes you over the edge, triggering early morning awakenings, leg twitching, and shallow sleep. But there's more. Calcium works hand in hand with magnesium. When calcium is too high relative to magnesium, you feel wired. When calcium is too low, you feel tired but restless. The balance matters more than the absolute number. So here's how to fix it. Seniors should aim for 600 to 800 milligram of calcium per day from food, not supplements. Leafy greens, sesame seeds, sardines with bones, and Greek yogurt are excellent sources. If you must supplement, avoid calcium carbonate. Seniors over 60 absorb it poorly, and it can cause sleep disturbances. Instead, choose calcium citrate and take no more than 200 milligram at a time. The secret timing? Evening. Take calcium with a light snack 2 to 3 hours before bed, but never with high-fiber foods, which block absorption. Calcium taken earlier in the day doesn't assist nighttime melatonin production the same way. Let me introduce you to Harold, a 72-year-old from Pennsylvania. He kept waking at 3:10 a.m. with what he described as brain flickers, tiny jolts that pulled him out of deep sleep. His dietary calcium intake was only about 400 milligram a day. His doctor suggested adding an evening serving of Greek yogurt plus a small dose of calcium citrate, 200 milligram, taken around 7 p.m. The results were shocking. After just 2 weeks, his nighttime awakenings dropped by 80%. After a month, he was sleeping from 10 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. consistently. But none of these minerals compare to the one at number 1, the missing nutrient responsible for the most common 3 a.m. wake-up pattern in seniors. Number 1. The magnesium sleep switch. This is the mineral almost nobody talks about, yet it is the number 1 cause of the infamous 3 a.m. wake-up for adults over 60. Magnesium is the mineral that controls your parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for deep relaxation, slow-wave sleep, and keeping your heart rate and cortisol stable throughout the night. Here's the shocking part. A massive 2023 study in the journal Nutrients analyzed 2,515 older adults and found that magnesium deficiency was the strongest nutritional predictor of early morning awakenings, more than any vitamin, hormone, or lifestyle factor. Seniors with low magnesium were 3 times more likely to wake up between 2:50 and 3:20 a.m. Why? Because magnesium stabilizes your brain's sleep architecture. Around 3 a.m., cortisol naturally rises slightly. With enough magnesium, your brain stays calm. Without enough, that small cortisol rise becomes a surge, snapping you awake with racing thoughts, heartbeat awareness, or sudden alertness. Now here's where it gets interesting. Magnesium controls more than 300 enzymatic reactions that affect sleep, including melatonin production, GABA activity, and nighttime muscle relaxation. When magnesium is low, your muscles micro-clench during sleep, tiny contractions you never consciously feel, and your brain interprets that tension as a wake-up signal. The best forms for seniors are magnesium glycinate and magnesium L-threonate. Magnesium oxide is nearly useless, only 4% absorbed. Seniors should aim for 200 to 400 mg daily, taken in the evening. If you struggle with constipation, magnesium citrate can help, but avoid it if you have loose stools. Timing is crucial. Take magnesium 60 to 90 minutes before bed with a small snack containing healthy fats, like a few almonds, to assist absorption. Avoid pairing magnesium with calcium at night. They compete. And here's a trick most people don't know. Warm your hands and feet before bed. Magnesium absorption and utilization increase when peripheral blood flow improves. Let me tell you about Marianne, a 78-year-old from Oregon. She spent 5 years waking up at 2:55 a.m. almost every night. Nothing helped, not melatonin, not sleep meditation, not lavender oil. A mineral panel revealed her RBC magnesium at 4.3 milligrams per deciliter, barely within the lower range. She began taking 300 milligrams of magnesium glycinate nightly. In 4 days, she began sleeping until 4:30 a.m. In 2 weeks, she was sleeping 8 uninterrupted hours. After 6 weeks, her anxiety dropped, her resting heart rate decreased by 7 points, and her morning blood pressure normalized. This is why magnesium deficiency is the #1 cause of 3 a.m. awakenings, and correcting it often fixes the problem faster than anything else. Now you understand the 5 minerals controlling your sleep, but here's the most important part. Your body can still learn to sleep deeply again, even after years of poor rest. Seniors, if you've been waking up at 3 a.m., it's not your age, it's your minerals. Your body is wiser than you think. When something wakes you up at the same time every night, that's not random. That's chemistry. That's your nervous system calling for balance. The good news is that your body is incredibly responsive once you give it the minerals it's been missing. Imagine lying down tonight and knowing you will sleep through the night. Imagine waking up with clear thoughts, steady energy, and a calm heart. That is what happens when your sleep chemistry is restored. You deserve that rest. You deserve nights that heal you instead of break you. Now we want to hear from you. What time do you usually wake up during the night? Is it 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or closer to 4? And second, which mineral do you think you might be low in? Tell us in the comments. We read everyone. Thanks for watching.